happening, boys?
Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, fellas.
Oh, look at this. Sean's pulling a Cali here.
Yeah. Making a grand entrance. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, things are good.
The ABCs of real estate and the plural just joined us.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Last week was an awesome week with special guest Cindy. I'm still enjoying some of that conversation.
Plural just joined. Yeah.
Oh, connection okay?
Can hear you fine, Kelly. I think it's Sean that's kind of cutting it out.
It's the Moncton Wi-Fi that's...
Oh, 5G. It's the 5G out there. So let's just I guess we can still go through our intros, let everyone know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then when Sean's ready, he can hop on and just hop right in there. So I guess we can do the ABC thing and go from there, man.
Yeah. No, hey guys, Alex Mustatea. I'm a active real estate investor out of Hamilton. I'm actively pursuing flips, multifamily conversions throughout the GTA and southwestern Ontario, making a push in Chatham. We're scaling, we're hiring people, we're always looking to connect. I'll talk a little bit about this later, but I'm coming back from a meeting with some new investors, and this was a very interesting conversation. I'm happy to have the opportunity to give back. So yeah, I'm always looking to connect. My phone number and IG handles at the bottom of the screen there. By all means, feel free to reach out. Brad, over to you.
Hey guys, Brad Plume here. Currently, right now, we're investing in Great and Bruce County, as well as the Tri-Cities, so Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge. Currently working on active flips. We're just doing a duplex conversion as well. And then we're moving into the space of development and looking at a multifamily build as well. So yeah, if you want to connect with me, hit me up. Number and Instagram handle on the bottom of the screen. Same as Alex.
Awesome. Thanks, Brad. So my name's Cali Braithwaite. I'm out of the GTA, actively focusing on flips, assignments, and development opportunities here in the GTA and also in Moncton, New Brunswick. If you do want to reach out to me, there are some deals that I have that I'm looking for to work with, to team up and partner with other investors. You can contact me directly at 289-207-5316, or even just send me a message on Instagram at Grow with Cali, because it is truly all about growth.
So Cali's got deals. Cali, I want to partner with you. Do I get to message you, or can we talk about it?
Well, yeah. send me a DM.
Deals on the show.
Yeah. Send me a DM on IG. Yeah. No. Man.
Call my people.
Well, that's one of the interesting. Exactly. Guys, it's funny because what we do as real estate investors is we find creative ways, we create opportunities, right? And one of the ways that you guys probably know that I've been creating opportunities is finding the deals and finding the capital, connecting the dots, and finding a way to do that in a harmonious way where everybody can win. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm always looking for deals just as much as I'm looking for capital to fund those deals, right? And I'm just finding a way to bring value to the people that either don't have the time to find the deals, who have the capital, or to the people that have the deals and don't have the capital to put those deals together. So just being that kind of glue to stick things together is where I've been finding value and bringing value to people. So yeah, I'm always looking for the deals.
You got the deals.
And the capital. I gotta say, who's got the money? Who's got my money?
That's right.
Yeah.
Somebody out there's got my money.
That's right. Isn't that Grant Cardone who says that one?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Shawn,
Cool.
you're in now.
Yeah, I'm in now. Like, where you guys, I don't know what you guys are, where you guys are at now.
Let everyone know who you are, where you're at. Everyone knows already, but we want to be reminded.
Right. All right. So, hey, everybody, it's Shawn Gunther here from Moncton, New Brunswick. And if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest here in Moncton, New Brunswick, we'd love to talk to you. Or if you're looking to get involved in real estate investing, definitely hit us up. You can reach me at 506-800-4289 or on Instagram at the Moncton Home Buyer. Also with Facebook and LinkedIn, just under my name, Shawn Gunther.
And by the way, guys, Shawn's got the deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple anyway.
Cool. So Shawn, we didn't really have a topic today. We're just kind of sharing like what we've been up to. I know some of us have been doing that Grant Cardone training. I mean, we could talk about that. I haven't actually started it. I'm signed up to start, but I haven't gone into it yet. But we could talk about maybe how that's helping our business as far as like a follow-up and sales.
I got into
Who
it.
here's done that?
I guess
Okay.
Yeah, not much yet. I think I got about 6 videos in or so.
Okay. How's that going, man? Like, talk to us.
Right. It's just mindset and stuff like that so far. It's pretty interesting though. Like, I mean, it's gonna be neat to see the psychology kind of behind it and get involved, right? But yeah, the next couple of days are a little bit busy for me, so I'm gonna do my best to even make the video. So
Anything
what
that
are you
you've
so
seen
busy
so
with in the next couple of days?
oh well, I'm getting
Oh
married.
yeah. Yay!
You know, nothing that important, right?
No. I mean, I got stuff to do though.
Yeah. I hope you'll still be able to make it out on Fridays to do the work. We're going live, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, it's important. It's part of my week now. I don't even know if the week's coming to an end if we don't do this.
That's you'd be wandering around aimlessly if it wasn't.
Yeah, it's Friday again. Well, pretty much just day to day, just trying to get everything running. I don't work a Monday to Friday, right? It's kind of Sunday night to Sunday night.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No,
it's kind of like Friday we're going live till Friday we're going live for me, man. This is like this is the reminder of like the week is done.
Yeah.
Reminder of one more week has went by.
That's right. Yeah. It goes by so quick. Like it ceased to amaze me how quickly the time goes. I think every week I'm going to say it because it just seems like it gets faster and faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I wonder if like that's just an age thing though. Like I remember growing up, I was thinking like, hey, yeah, let's thinking time was so far away. Like, oh, I can't wait till I'm 10. I can't wait till I'm 13. I can't wait till I'm 16. I can get my license. Can't wait till I'm 19 and I'm at that age. And then 21. And then after that, it's just kind of starts to just slowly speed up as it carries on with life.
Yeah, but it's a different. At least for me, and I'm pretty sure actually you guys will agree, all three of you, it's no longer thank God it's Friday. It's, it flies by and there's some stress, there's some anxiety at times, but it's not a thank God it's Friday that I can unplug. Like it's just, this is the life like I kind of wanted and it's happening. So
yeah, that's the thing, eh? Like the weeks go by quickly.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, man. Yeah, I was just going to say the weeks go by quickly, and it's not necessarily because there's nothing going on. It's because you have so much going on that it's tough to keep track of things sometimes, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, here we are. But, I find that most people who are talking about how quickly weeks are going on legitimately are the ones that are busy with, like, life activities and being involved in things, and the people who talk about things dragging on and taking forever are the people who are doing nothing. So
well, yeah,
time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I noticed, guys, is that I don't look forward to or look away from any day of the week. Like I'm not looking forward to, I can't wait till Monday or I can't wait till Friday. I can't wait. It's just like it's just all, it's kind of all good. You know what I mean? Or it just is what it is, right? Like I'm not. Yeah, that's what's really exciting.
Yeah. No, it's good though. It's good.
For example, I'm looking forward to Sunday because we get to go apple picking with my son, and like I know that's gonna be fun. But otherwise, it's not because it's the weekend. It's because that's the day we're gonna get him out of, like, if we're not having him in daycare, so we can do that. But it's
Right.
exactly that. Like, it's not just looking forward to the weekend. It's that specific activity that I'm looking forward to.
Just looking forward to life now.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you have the weekend separation, it's because, what are we looking forward to on the weekend? We're looking forward to doing what we want to do. But if you're doing what you want to do every day, then it's like, does that make every day a weekend? You know what I mean? It's kind of cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Who's got any exciting wins to share, losses, any drama? What do we want to share with the world following us here?
Oh, geez. I think we all got a bit of all of that, right? Like, I got a bit of drama going on. We thought we had a property sold. We extended conditions because they had really short time frame for the bank. Then they just kind of fell off after they extended the conditions for another 4 days. So we listed it again, and then we just got another bully offer for even more than the original one.
Oh, nice.
Such awful drama there, eh? Darn.
Oh, you're gonna make more money. Poor you, Shawn.
That sounded like one of those, oh, guys, just feel bad for me for a minute. Oh, wait, never mind. It turned out better.
Yeah. This is the feedback that I usually get from DJ when I complain about something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just keep my mouth shut because we haven't closed yet, so
Yeah.
Don't want to jinx it, right? But it was pretty cool. We just got the word just before, so I'm happy that's one thing off the plate there before the wedding, and yeah, we'll be kind of shut down here for the next few days. So we got some stuff in place for stuff's going on. It's good stuff.
Nice.
Stuff. Nice.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to life right now. It's great.
It's beauty. It's been
No
a busy
last
week
minute
on my end.
walkthroughs the day of the wedding, man.
What's that?
Said no last minute walkthroughs the day of the wedding.
Yeah.
I promise not.
I don't know. Check with Carly. You either have to determine whether she wants you to do those walkthroughs or whether you're committed for this day.
I think it would be she would not want me to leave, but at the same time, she would understand if I did. I'm sure it would have to be a hell of a deal. Like somebody calling up and say, "Hey, I got a duplex for $100,000." I'd be like, "All right, sorry, I gotta go."
Just hold it right there. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I would get it better be move-in ready for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. One vacant unit. Perfect.
Yeah.
You might as well just go brand new build. Can I just get a brand new build for $100,000? Yeah, but anyways, good deal would be a good deal. I'd still go and kind of check it out if I had to, but I'm sure Carly wouldn't be too upset. I think that's why she picked the venue that we have. It's actually out in the country. There's no service, so that's why I was like, I may be late because I was rushing back in. Drop a load of stuff off there.
Yeah, nice.
But,
That's cool.
Yeah. What else?
Exciting times, man.
Brad, you were gonna say you're gonna share.
I was commenting on Shawn. Exciting times, but yeah, on my end, the week's been coming together here. So the one property, we've got a kitchen in now, got the flooring down. I've been told this before, but as of right now, I'm supposed to have windows on Monday, so that's a big deal. That's only been 8 weeks ago that they were supposed to arrive. So we'll find out on Monday, I guess.
This is not the guy that I recommended to Brad.
Yeah, no, sure. And then I just did kind of or the final walkthrough of a property. We close here in a week and a bit, so that's going to be a fun one. But yeah, it's definitely, with the amount, like, the house was very full of stuff, and part of the deal is that they got rid of the stuff, and I'd say they got about 80% of the stuff out. But it's amazing how much different a property can look once you just move things out. Like, I think that's the biggest key thing on our end for investment purposes, is like, if you can find somebody who's willing to sell and you're able to look past all the junk or the clutter or whatever it is that's like taking up the space, that nobody else can look past, then there's an opportunity or a deal there, right? Just because there's a lot of people that can't see beyond that. And if you have that ability, then you're going to come out good on the back end for the most part, unless you run into like major structural issues or something. That happens too.
It's interesting because I know of two real estate investors that normally would not go after the hands-on flip. They have a very good opportunity to wholesale properties just by decluttering them. And people, I think, underestimate that, how much more they could get on the market by just emptying out the house, man. Bring a bin, put all the crap in it, just, move it out and let people see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Huge.
then on the other project, I got the HVAC guys there. They're doing the disconnect of the AC unit and the furnace right now. And then next week, I got the guys coming in doing a full excavation of the foundation, waterproofing, and then we have to do like a 20-foot section of foundation wall repair. So it's going to be, the next couple of weeks here are going to be pretty ridiculously busy.
Nice. We just had that furnace changed out at one of the properties I'm doing too. Switched it from oil to propane.
Yeah.
It was a relatively good deal to do that, and I think propane is more efficient as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
This one's more for just, we needed to have everything completely disconnected because all the services that come into the side of the house that need to be excavated have to be moved, right? So the AC unit had to be discharged and moved out of the way, and then because we're changing the whole layout and location of the furnace in this one, because this is the duplex property, we have to completely disconnect everything, rerun all the piping, rerun the exhaust and the venting and the gas line. And so, but before we do that, then we also have to pour a cap on the floor, because whoever did the concrete work previously it was pretty tough. So we got to make things nice and level before we put flooring down.
Oh, yeah, leveling houses, it's a good time.
Shawn, why on that project, why propane and not natural gas?
Because there's no natural gas like hookup. It would actually be quite a bit to change it over to natural gas. So,
but this is on city? Is this like out in the country, or they have a propane tank and?
No,
is it on?
The company delivers. So the same idea. It's going to be the same idea as like oil deliveries, because they'll have tanks outside.
It's probably just an area that doesn't have natural gas service to the house.
Okay, so the reason I ask is, and I don't know, maybe whether or not you've looked into this or if you just outright know, but who is the natural gas company? Is it Irving, or is it still Enbridge and Union Gas?
I know Enbridge is here. There's like a few other spots that do it as well. Like I imagine Irving is one of them.
I was going to suggest that you look into the rebate program when you upgrade the service, the furnace from an oil to, I'm going to assume, a high efficiency, whatever, propane or natural gas. You'll probably get some rebates that you might want to look into.
Hey, yeah, that's a good idea. I never even thought about it. Maybe I'll reach out to the salesman and ask him if he knows.
And if you're doing other improvements like new windows or insulation or whatever, combine it. Like, I know they have this in Ontario. Again, I don't know if they have it in New Brunswick, but if you combine multiples, you get that much better. Like, you've improved the efficiency of the home considerably, and you might get that much more of a rebate.
Oh, cool. I'd love to look into that. That'll be interesting for more, like, as we're doing more flips, different things that we do, that it might even be. Would you say it's an incentive enough to be doing that purposely on some of your properties, or no?
I'm doing just that on a flip, in that I've decided to spray foam the basement, which normally comes at a premium. but it provides an R24, I believe it is. I don't know, Brad, 3.5 inch. I think it's an R24.
R6
and
per inch, basically.
okay, so yeah, but the point is that it brings me above code, and normally I wouldn't have done it that way. So it's costing an extra $3,000 or something. But the combination of new windows, that as well as attic insulation, is getting me about $5,500 back. So it turns out that the insulation is not costing me anything.
Oh wow, that's great. I was actually just is one of the properties that we're looking at right now, or actually we just purchased. We're going to refinish the basement. It's got nothing in there, so we're going to pull off the furnace, everything all out of there, and switch it over to electric baseboard just to free up all the space. Add a couple bedrooms down there, and I think we're going to put it up as a student rental.
If you go down that, if they do have it, they normally recommend, like if you're doing a bunch of these improvements, they need you to do a home energy evaluation pre-renovation. So if you've already started, and you may lose out on some of them. I did this. I made the mistake of pulling out the windows, and then I realized that they should have left them in. Okay. So you do one before, one after, so they can evaluate how efficient the home is and how much more you've improved that efficiency.
Okay, cool. Have a look at that. So what's new and exciting? Like, does anybody have any plans for improvement and scaling, or any initiatives that they're taking with their business to drive further?
Yeah. I wanted to ask Brad if he can share his foundation waterproofing company, because I'm having a tough time finding one in Chatham. So I might open one up.
Yeah. I'm not sure
how much is an excavator. Who's got an excavator?
Yeah, it's from a price perspective, it's definitely getting up there, more than what I was thinking that we'd be landing at. But kind of a nature of one of those things. If you don't do it, then there's going to be more costs associated after the fact than if it does get done. But yeah, the guys that I'm using are KTM, but they're up in Grey County, so I'm not sure whether they'll travel that far down or not. But
probably, yeah, unlikely.
But on their end of things, it's interesting from their company perspective. A lot of guys who do waterproofing or foundation related stuff, it's just a matter of excavate, they'll tar, and then they'll put like the Delta wrap on. So that's like the dimple wrap. And that's their waterproofing method. Whereas these guys, there's added benefit because they're actually spraying a polyurethane foam. So just kind of similar to a sense like the spray foam they use for insulation is what's being applied with a rubberized coating on the exterior. So it's going to add our value, plus it's going to waterproof the foundation as well. So that's why I went with these guys, because I was like, there's a bit more benefit to them. So
that sounds pretty cool though. Another idea.
Yeah.
So like, why are you going to this extent? Like, obviously the basement's leaking, or you're having issues?
Yeah, there was just like water migration. So we have one section of foundation wall that it's a cinder block foundation, and there's about a 20-foot section that basically the whole like cinder block area, all the mortar joints have cracked, and the ground is actually pushing against it and collapsing it into the house. So we have to excavate, replumb the wall, pour a dead wall beside it, restructure that block. And then because of the age of the house, waterproofing wasn't as big of a deal back then. It was a matter of, hey, spray some tar on it and you're good to go. So, it's just that, when you really look at it, I'm not really sure why they decided that block foundations were a good idea. I guess it was a cost effectiveness, but the reality is that you really shouldn't do a foundation out of block.
No, I agree 100%. Like, I try to avoid them really, because you walk into one of them and it's just, I've seen some bad ones too, like here, because we get so much like frost and all that in the winter, like the frosty or like it'll be bowed out like 1.5 feet, and there's like 1.5 to 2 inch space between these blocks. Like I asked one guy, and he wanted me to go see it, and I checked it out, and I was like, you realize that I'm going to have to give you less than you've paid for this house, like far, far less in order to buy this from you, right? Like, because it was going to be a $30,000-$40,000 repair job by the time you like dug up everything and redid all the whole foundation. And then same thing, like you're saying, dead walls all over the place. And it'd be a really, really expensive job by the end of it.
Yep.
And if you can't pay over what you're going to get out of the house afterwards, right?
It's an interesting thing to like have an idea of, is if you're looking at a property with a block foundation, actually look and find out like, okay, what is the soil in this area? Is it good clay? Is it good loamy sandy soil? Then a block foundation isn't the end of the world, because you have a lot of water wicking, and then there's not a lot of water hydrostatic pressure where there's a lot of weight behind it pushing against the wall. But if you get into an area where it's like it has a high water table, there's a sump pump in the house, the sump pump runs on a regular basis, and there's clay and things along those lines, the hydrostatic pressure that soil will hold and put lateral pressure on that foundation is, in a sense, fairly great, to the point where you really want to pay attention to whether or not there's starting to become bows or cracks in that wall, because that can lead to a major issue, especially nowadays when people are looking at, if you have an unfinished basement, it's a rare occurrence nowadays. Whereas at the time when they were doing these foundations, to finish the basement would be unheard of. Like the basement was literally just storage space. So there wasn't that forethought of like, right, we want to build something structurally sound enough that there's never going to be water penetration. There's never going to be any issues that could arise from this, because you're going to have finished space that's going to cost a lot of money. So just like one of those things to pay attention to or know, so that you can be better prepared to know what potential costs are going to arise, right? And that unfortunately is one of those things that most people don't know or won't pay attention to. And even you'll have times where, like myself, here we get into a situation where we know we're moving into a block foundation, and then find out after the fact that we probably should have just walked away. But
what are some telltale signs that like the non-experienced eye would see in a basement, other than like, is it just like, what would you say, somebody who is maybe listening to this and thinking, what can they look for when they're walking through a property?
It sometimes can be really tough. So if you walk into a house where somebody's painted their foundation and it's a block foundation, it's way more difficult to determine whether or not there's any issues, because the paint will hide a lot of things. If you're feeling the block and you can feel that the mortar in between the joints feels sandy or crumbly, that's a big sign that you got a major problem. If when you're looking at the blocks, you can see like crack separation between the mortar and the block, that's an issue as well. And if it's just the raw block, if you start to see discoloration throughout the block, then there's a lot of water seepage coming through. There's nothing wrong with block or your foundation being damp. Like concrete is a porous substance, so you can get water marking or staining along those lines. It's just how fresh is it and how much is it, right? And if you're looking at creating finished space down there, then you're going to want to consider doing some sort of a waterproofing. The other thing to consider with a block foundation is if you do need to do waterproofing, is you could have somebody come in from a waterproofing company and say, oh, we'll do what's called an interior French drain, which is where they'll take a plastic membrane, run it down the inside of your interior wall, cut out a section of the floor underneath, put gravel down, run piping, and run it over into like a sump pump or a catch basin that then pumps that water out. So any water that seeps through, hits this membrane, goes all the way down, goes underneath your floor, and then is never a problem on the interior. The problem is that's okay on a concrete foundation that has some cracks or something, because that water's just coming through and the concrete is still stable. On a block foundation, you want to excavate the exterior waterproof from the outside, because you don't want those mortar joints being wet and damp constantly, because that's what deteriorates the mortar and breaks it down, and then that's when you have a foundation failure.
That it's interesting, because a lot of people will do that, and it prevents water from coming into the finished space. What it doesn't do is prevent that foundation to eventually become a problem where it's a structural problem. Never mind moisture, man. This thing is going to start buckling in. Like, you're going to have more serious problem than just a damp floor in a basement.
Yeah.
I'm going to just add a couple of things. What to watch out for once you've identified that it's a block foundation. If you see one wall in that basement, an unfinished basement, and with one wall that's freshly painted, there's a reason for that. But then look at the outside too. And I actually had this on a property. If you're regular, like relatively small bungalows within the city limits, they may only have 4 feet on either side of the building. So if the 4-foot path is at lower elevation than your neighbors, that's going to be a concern, because water will pool next to your house. And then, is that, if there's such close proximity of the two buildings, is that an area that will get any sun exposure? Is that an area that's always going to be moist? Like, is it actually going to, is there sufficient space for that to actually properly dry? If you have, like when I did waterproofing at my duplex, I believe we were digging in November, and it hadn't rained in a while, but as far down as we dug, it was constant moisture. Like, everything was constantly wet. That area would never dry properly. So back to the point about clay, as well as that will keep moisture, but not having proper sunlight to dry that path, that's always a concern. So, I'm not saying walk away from the deal because of that, but just be aware that could be a concern. Set aside some funds for, that kind of, to potentially have to deal with that as well.
Yeah, there's a couple points to look at as well.
Valuable.
Block foundation. And those block foundations too, like Alex was saying, from the exterior, you could see cracks coming down the side of them. You'd see where it was starting to separate from there. On the inside, they were finished, right? And how we were able to determine that they were cracked quite badly is because the wall was actually bowed, and there was water marks and water damage around the bottom of the drywall too. So I mean, that's another things to look for if you ever come into that situation. You're unsure. Might save you some money down the road.
Yep.
Wow. No, that's great advice. So when you see cracks in the basement, like on the floor, on the poured concrete, does that automatically mean that someone should have any concerns, or is that something that is common with just the movement of the material?
So poured concrete for the floor, you always have a risk of it cracking. So concrete, as it dries, basically will, in a sense, shrink or contract, and that's where the cracks develop. Or if you have, say, an uneven spot within the concrete. So let's say somebody leveled out the floor and poured concrete on the floor, but there was a high ridge. So you have like 3.5, 4 inches of concrete in one spot, but only 2 inches of concrete in another spot, or say 5 inches and 3 inches or whatever. That's a natural fault line for a crack to occur. Really, in reality, when you're finishing concrete, the only way to ideally avoid cracks is you're going to have like a moisture barrier on the backside of the concrete, so that whatever's underneath the concrete can't draw moisture out of the concrete too quickly and have it dry too fast. And then also on top of the concrete, you actually, let's say you poured a foundation, you finished a floor in your basement, and you were like, this floor is going to be like the finished floor product. Like, you weren't going to put any flooring on top of it or something like that. You were going to do one of those modern style floors with like a glazed concrete or something. Those guys are actually going to probably end up putting 1 inch to 2 inches of standing water on that concrete for probably a week to a week and a half, so that concrete cure, like after it's been polished and finished, they'll then like have water standing on top of it, and that will cause the curing of the concrete to be as slow as absolute possible, and that's when you'll avoid the possibility of a crack typically.
So pour it in a hurry. It's cracked concrete.
But it's concrete's one of those things. It's just like it's a natural substance in a sense, right? and you're at the mercy of nature. If it dries too quickly, you're going to get a crack. If there's a spot that is like less thick than another spot, which is bound to occur, there's a possibility of a crack. You know, if you have an inside corner, that's another thing. So if you have a foundation that isn't square, you're going around something that's, say, a 90-degree corner. From that corner outwards, from the inside of that corner, from the inside point of that corner outwards, is a natural fault line for a crack, because that's where the stress is going to release, right? So
they don't build them in. There's a bunch of new builds around my house. I had never really seen anybody sitting there and watering the floor, but that's what you should be doing, is hosing it. So when they did my driveway in the evenings, I would be out there helping it cure by watering it. So
and you always have to make sure that that whatever finish you want on your concrete, that's established and set before you ever put any water on it.
Yeah, you don't want to wash away your dye. Yeah, okay.
Cool. Valuable. That's awesome.
I was thinking of redoing my driveway, so now I got some ideas.
Yeah. Just call Brad.
I just watch it. Be a wedding gift from Brad.
Yeah. You might have to just rewatch this live. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just watch it. Better than YouTube.
Yeah. Cool. Looks like we're at that time, guys.
Yeah, we're a little bit past that time. We went good. We had some interesting foundation conversations, so it's good to have over. But so why don't we just say goodbye?
I'll jump in. Alex Mustatea, guys. I guess I'm focused on flips and multifamily conversion projects throughout Hamilton and the GTA. My number is at the bottom there, and Instagram handle. By all means, I'm always happy to connect. I meant to give a brief shout out to Gagan. I'm not sure if he's watching this quite yet, but I had just met with him in Cambridge. This is someone that I guess he used to be a customer of mine. He worked for a company that I used to do business with when I was employed, and now he's getting into the real estate game. So by all means, I'm always happy to connect. Happy to pay it forward. If I can share my journey and help somebody, that'd be great. And stuff like this, us talking about foundation. If you guys find value in this, by all means, let us know. Give us some feedback. Maybe we should bring more things like this that we can talk about, as far as kind of hands-on things that we might be able to bring some value to you guys. Let us.
For sure.
Great idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a great chat, guys.
Go ahead.
Today. So Brad Plume, like I said, if you're investing in Grey and Bruce County at all, or Tri-Cities, Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge, let me know. Hit me up. Give me a shout anytime, 519-379-7911, or brad.plume on Instagram. Look forward to chatting with you.
Cool. Thanks again, everyone. I think this is like week 38 or 39, but hopefully we brought some value. I know we did. I learned a lot today too, so thanks a lot, guys. It's always an honor just to have this group to kind of bounce ideas off of and learn and share. I'm Cali Braithwaite. I'm out of the GTA. If you ever want to connect with me on some of the deals that I'm working on, I'm actively looking for people to partner with some folks here on some of the deals that I have under my wing. Some flips, some long-term holds in the GTA and in the Moncton area. You can reach me directly at 289-207